Hey man, picture this for a second. What if your words could cut through the noise and draw her in, like a quiet strength she can't ignore? Not some cheap trick or smooth talk. I'm talking about real weight, the kind that shifts how she sees you. The truth is, certain words carry a raw edge. They don't just sit there, they stir her deep, sparking something she doesn't even catch at first. It's not about her knowing why. It's about you holding steady while she feels it. Today, I'm laying out 6 Stoic phrases, forged to wake her curiosity, pull her closer, and build a bond she can't shake off. These aren't loud boasts or flimsy lines. They're tools for a man who knows his ground. If you've ever felt invisible, her gaze sliding past you, or been stuck with that good buddy handshake, this could turn the whole game around. I've been there, brother, throwing effort into the wind, coming up empty, until I found this anchor. Stick with me to the end, because the last line, it's a hammer drop most guys won't touch. Too real, too bold for the faint of heart. That's where the fire hides, and we're cracking it open now. All right, brother, let's start with the first Stoic line. It's this: you carry a quiet fire, and I'm drawn to it. Say that, and it's like a steady flame cutting through the dark. Her mind lights up, chasing the weight of what you just laid down there. It's not about flash or noise. It's about a calm strength that hooks her attention. She'll start wondering right away. Fire. What's he catching that I don't see? And here's the deal. She'll want to dig deeper to figure it out. The strength of this line is in what you don't say. You're not handing her some quick, flimsy pat on the back. Instead, you're tossing out a spark that sticks, making her curious about why you're looking at her that way. Her reaction might hit fast. Quiet fire. What do you mean by that? She could ask, her eyes sharpening as she leans in a bit. That's when you rise above the noise, man. You've just set yourself apart from the pack without even trying hard. Most guys, they're stuck on autopilot, tossing out lines like nice hair or cute dress, yawn and repeat. Those words fade before the echo even dies. But you cut past that shallow chatter, spotting something they don't, and it lands with real weight. You're not just another voice. You're the one who sees what's beneath the surface. Think about it. She's heard "you're pretty" 1,000 times, empty fluff that washes away like nothing. When you point to something she doesn't catch in the mirror, something unexpected, you become the guy she can't shake off. It's not about her looks or her outfit. It's about that piece of her she didn't know stood out. That's what makes her stop and feel it. Picture him laughing over coffee, and you catch how her voice dances when she's lit up. Or she's sharing a story, her eyes glowing with that raw, real heat. Maybe it's the way she stands tall under stress, or how she throws out a thought with no filter. Those are the things you zero in on, the quan ire that's all hers. When you drop this line, keep it real. Lock eyes, let your voice sit low and firm, maybe give a slow nod. Something shifts right there. She feels you're not just glancing her way, but truly seeing her. That's the Stoic grip, brother. You hold your ground, and she feels the pull without you chasing her shadow. So next time she's across from you, find that one piece that's hers alone. Lay this line down smooth and sure, then watch the distance between you melt away. It's not magic or some game. It's you standing firm, letting your words carry real weight. Here's your second Stoic line. I'm drawn to women who know their own path. This isn't just a throwaway compliment. It's a quiet gauntlet you're tossing down. It lands with weight because it shows you've got a backbone, a line in the sand she can't miss. Unlike those guys scrambling to please her every whim, you're planting your flag. You've got standards, a clear measure of what matters, and that stirs something fierce in her head. It's not flattery, it's a mirror she has to look into, and it wakes her up. Most men chase her approval like it's their job. Endless, "you're amazing" lines, big showy moves that fall flat. But when you let this roll off your tongue, calm and real, the air shifts. You're not begging for her nod. You're standing tall, and she feels it. Picture this. She tilts her head, curious, and asks, "What do you want in a woman?" You hold steady, flash a half smile, and say it again. "I'm drawn to women who know their own path." She pauses, caught off guard, because now she's the one wondering. Suddenly, the game flips. Instead of you fishing for her, okay, she's asking herself, "Am I that kind of woman? Is he sizing me up?" She feels this itch to prove she's got that fire, that drive to match your level. It's a simple twist that turns the chase around. Here's why it sticks. Women gravitate to men who don't bend, guys with a compass, not a weather vane. It's not about tricks, it's a raw roll. You're signaling confidence, a quiet strength she can't ignore. That's the pull. You are a man who knows his worth. Say it with grit. Keep your voice low and firm, like you mean every word. She'll see you're not here to puff her up. You're looking for someone who fits your style. That's the Stoic edge, man. No fluff, just truth. Give it a shot next time she's testing you. Drop it smooth, watch her eyes spark, and see the whole vibe flip. You're not just talking, you're setting the tone. Third Stoic line. That's the fire I admire most in you. Forget those tired old, "you're beautiful" or "you're awesome" lines. This cuts deeper, lifting the whole vibe with something real. It's like tossing a stone into still water. Ripples spread fast. You're not just skimming the surface, you're pointing to her core with a steady hand. I've seen it, man. One time I said this to a woman mid-chat, and her whole face shifted, like a light flipped on. Right then, she perks up. Fire? What's he seeing? She thinks, her eyes locking on you, searching. She's hooked, wondering if you've caught something she's missed about herself, something rare. Here's the trick. Keep it raw and true. Maybe it's, "The way you dive into what you love pulls me in," or "Your grit when things get tough, that's real." Could be her sharp laugh, or how she lights up a room. Say it like you've been paying attention, not just passing by. Why does this hit? We all crave being seen beyond the obvious, the skin-deep stuff most guys stick to. You're not dazzled by her looks. You're grounded, spotting the strength she carries. That's the Stoic lens, seeing what matters. It forges a bond that's solid, not flimsy. When you call out her fire, she feels it, like you've peeled back the everyday mask. She's not just another face, she's someone you get, and that sticks with her. Point to what sets her apart, and she ties that warm glow to you. She starts thinking, "He sees me like no one else does." Over time, your presence becomes her anchor, not because you chased, but because you stood firm. Next time you're with her, pick that spark only she's got. Drop this line with a calm look, like it's just you and her in the room. Watch her soften, feel the air thicken. That's your stoic strength building something real. Fourth stoic line. I reckon you're not quite set for me yet. This isn't just a line. It's a quiet thunder rolling in, hands down the heaviest hitter. It flips the script with two raw triggers that pull her in deep. It taps into that gut fear of missing out. Folks chase what's tough to grab, and a man who knows his worth isn't up for just anyone. Scarcity kicks in hard here. You're not begging, you're a prize she's got to reach for, and that lights a fire under her. Picture this. You're swapping stories, vibes flowing smooth, and then you lean back with a sly grin. I reckon you're not quite set for me yet, you say, cool as stone. I dropped this once at a bar, and man, the shift was instant, like the air got thick. Her eyes and reaction range spinning fast. Not set? What's he holding back? She wonders, leaning in, half smirking. She's caught. Gotta prove she got a game now, and you've got her hooked without lifting a finger. This flip dynamic whole damn table. You're not chasing her crumbs anymore, she's anymore. Ching to show she's worth your time. It's a clean switch. You stand steady, and she's scrambling to match your steel. Here's the deal. Keep it light, like a playful jab. Toss it out with a smirk. Let a little mystery hang there. Don't puff up or strut. This ain't about pushing her off. It's about sparking a chase she enjoys. Stay grounded, not cocky. Say she's teasing you about something slick. You tilt your head. Sharp. But I reckon you're not quite set for me yet. She laughs, fires back, proving her grit. The more she digs in, the tighter she's tied to you. That's the pull kicking in. Next time the moment's ripe, sling this out calm and sure. Watch her spark up, feel the tide turn your way. You're not bending, you're stoic, letting her step up while you hold your ground firm. Fifth stoic line. I'm not sure you've got what it takes to keep up with me. This hits like a spark on dry grass, fast and sharp. It's a playful jab that flips her world with a grin. You're not out to dazzle or grovel for her nod. You're tossing a curveball she can't let slide. It's a quiet nudge at her pride, daring her to step up. That doubt you plant, it's a fire she's got to put out herself. Picture this. You're trading laughs, the vibe's electric, and right when she's riding high, you lean in with a smirk. I'm not sure you've got what it takes to keep up with me, you say, easy as breathing. I've slung this mid-chat, and it's gold every time. Her eyebrows shoot up and her head tilts. Keep up? What's he throwing down? She thinks, half laughing, half fired up. Her gears spin. She's in now, itching to show she's more than a match for you. This twists the whole play. You're not chasing her shadow anymore. She's the one stepping into the ring, eager to prove her mettle. It's not you begging, it's her rising to meet your steady gaze. Keep it loose, brother. A low tone, a sly grin, like you're sharing an inside joke. Drop it when she's flexing some wit or charm. Hold off explaining. Let that mystery simmer, keeping her on her toes. Say she's boasting about outsmarting someone. You chuckle. Nice move, but I'm not sure you've got what it takes to keep up with me. She fires back, grinning, digging in to show her edge. That back and forth, it's glue, pulling her closer, every word. Next time she's shining, toss this out, calm and cool. Watch her light up, ready to tangle. You're not bending, you're stoic, standing firm, while she leans in. That's how you shift the ground under her. Hey brother, here's your 6th Stoic line. I don't roll over that quick. Most guys trip over themselves to look wide open, always nodding like eager pups. This flips that script. It's a steel wall with a grin. It snaps her out of that "he's mine already" haze. You're not some pushover handing out your time like loose change. You're a riddle she's got to crack. That's the hook every woman can't resist. A man who stands his ground. Picture this. She's tossing you a sly tease or a flirty jab, testing if you'll melt. You lock eyes, lean back, and let it slip. I don't roll over that quick. I've dropped this mid-laugh, and man, it's like flipping a switch. Her jaw drops a bit, then she grins. Wait, he's not biting. What's his deal? She's thinking, curiosity sparking hard. She's not steering this ship anymore. Now she's digging to figure you out. This even dynamic chaos, sharp and clean. You're not scrambling for her spotlight. You're holding, yawn cool as stone. She's got to work a little too, and that balance keeps the air buzzing. Play it light, man. A low chuckle, a half smile, like it's no big deal. Hit it when she's fishing for a reaction. Don't spell it out. Let her stew in that "what's he mean?" vibe. Stay warm, not icy. Say she smirks. You're totally into me, huh? You tilt your head. I don't roll over that quick, darling. She laughs, fires back. Oh, we'll see about that. That push-pull locks her in. She's hooked on the chase now. Next time she's poking at you, sling this out steady and smooth. Watch her perk up, chasing the thread you dangled. You're not bending. You're stoic, rooted deep, letting her lean in while you hold firm. Hey man, these 6 Stoic lines can flip the script on how women see you. You're not just another dude scrambling to impress. You're a rock, steady and sharp, with a vibe they can't shake off. They turn curiosity into respect and doubt into intrigue, all while you hold your ground. Now it's your shot to step up. Toss these lines out when the moment's ripe. Keep it cool. Let them roll off your tongue like you've got nothing to prove. I've seen it work, brother. Dropped one mid-chat at a diner, and her whole tune shifted. Watch how they lean in. Feel that spark shift the air. If you've stuck engagement this far, big thanks means a hell of thanks. Hit that subscribe button if you're in for more of this gold. You're not just watching, you're building something real here, and I've got your back with every tip that lands. Don't bounce yet, man. The next video's live right now, packed with sharper tools to hone your edge. I'm cracking open secrets that'll shape you into a master of this craft, standing firm, not chasing ghosts. Roll over there, hit that like button if these 6 lines flipped a switch for you, and drop a comment. Tell me which phrase fired you up most. Subscribe too. Don't miss the next round of gold. Catch it now, brother. I'll see you on the flip side with more to build on. Hey fellas, welcome back to the channel. Let's kick things off with a question. What really pulls a younger woman toward an older guy like us? It's not just the gray hair or a fat bank account, though those don't hurt. There's something deeper, ways we act, think and carry ourselves, that hooks them. Today, I'm spilling 7 secrets they wish we knew, but rarely say out loud. These aren't tricks. They're about being real, steady, and worth their time. The last one? It's a game changer. Might even flip how you see love altogether. Picture this. You're sitting across from her, knowing exactly what she's looking for. Not guessing or fumbling, but showing up as the man she can't resist. This isn't about playing games. It's about building something solid, something that lasts through the storms life throws at us. I'm talking stoic vibes here. Calm strength, no fluff, just truth. Some of these might rattle your cage a bit, pushing you to rethink what you've always figured was good enough. Are you ready to step up and see what's what? Here's the deal. Every secret we unpack is a chance to level up, not just with women, but in how you handle life, love, and everything in between. Think of it like sharpening a blade. It takes effort, but the edge is worth it. By the end, you'll have tools to connect on a level most guys miss. Stick with me, and we'll dig into what makes us stand out. Not as relics, but as men who've got something real to offer. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and drop a like if you're in for the ride. Let's get to it. Time to cut through the noise and get real. All right, guys, let's dive into the first secret: authenticity. Younger women aren't chasing some polished act or a trophy case of your glory days. They want the real you. No masks, no fake swagger. Think about it. A guy who's been around the block, who's comfy in his own skin, doesn't need to flex or prove a damn thing. That's gold to them. It's not about dazzling with cash or big moves. It's the quiet confidence of knowing who you are. Here's the kicker. They can smell bullshit from a mile away. If you're pretending to be some hotshot or stuck in back in my day mode, they'll tune out fast. Instead, show up real, warts and all. Maybe you've got scars from life's battles. Own them. That's the Stoic way. Stand tall in your truth, not some borrowed shine. They're drawn to a man who's steady, not scrambling to impress. Now, don't get me wrong. This isn't about spilling your guts like a sloppy diary entry. It's a balance. Keep a little mystery in your pocket. Let her wonder what's behind that calm gaze. But when you're with her, really be there. Listen when she talks, not just nodding like a robot. Ask about her dreams. Catch the small stuff she drops. Like how she lights up over coffee or a random song. That's what builds a bridge, not a flashy car. See, authenticity isn't just nice to have. It's the bedrock of anything worth a damn. She wants a guy who's secure enough to ditch the games, who respects her enough to drop the front. You don't need to out-youth the young bucks. Your edge is in the miles you've walked, the lessons you've carved out. Master this, and she'll feel it. You're not just another dude. You're a rock she can lean on. So, strip off the armor, fellas. Be you, raw, real, and ready for what's next. Let's talk emotional intelligence. Secret number 2. This isn't about being the smartest guy in the room or out-logicking her. It's about getting emotions, yours and hers, and handling them like a pro. Younger women don't want a stone wall or a hothead blowing up over nothing. They're after a man who feels but doesn't fold. A guy who's steady when shit hits the fan. Think stoic cool. You're the oak tree in the storm, not the leaf flipping out. Here's how it plays. She's had a rough day. Maybe work sucked, or she's just off. You don't jump in with fixes or shrug it off like it's no big deal. You listen, really hear her, then weigh in with something calm and thoughtful. Maybe it's, "Damn, that sounds heavy. What's on your mind?" That's it. No drama, no rush, just presence. She'll feel seen, not judged, and that's where the magic kicks in. This isn't some touchy-feely fluff. It's power. A guy who can read her vibe, spot when she's quiet for a reason, and not flip his lid over every little thing. That's rare. Life's messy, and she wants a partner who's not rattled by the chaos. Someone who can sit with the tough stuff and still keep his head. Recall that time she mentioned loving sunsets. Bring it up later. It shows you're tuned in, not just coasting. Emotional intelligence is your anchor, guys. It's not about crying on cue or oversharing. Keep that in check. But when you master this, you're not just a boyfriend. You're a damn sanctuary. She'll trust you with the real her, not just the Instagram version. So, ditch the macho, "I don't feel" act. Tune in, stay cool, and watch how she leans your way. Secret 3. Genuine confidence. This isn't strutting around like a peacock or barking orders. Younger women want a man who's sure of himself, quietly, deeply sure. Not some loudmouth hiding a shaky core. It's the stoic kind of grit. You know your worth, but you don't need a megaphone to prove it. You've walked through fire. Let that steel show, not some fake shine. Picture this, guys. You're picking a spot for dinner. No waffling, no whatever you want dodge. You decide, firm but chill. Here's where we're going. Trust me, you'll love it. She feels your backbone, not a bully. That's the trick. Lead without steamrolling. Stand tall without stomping on her voice. Confidence like this says, "I've got this," and she'll follow. Here's the real deal. They can spot a poser a mile off. Cocky guys crumble when push comes to shove. She wants the one who bends but doesn't break. Maybe you don't know every damn answer. Fine, admit it. "I'm not sure, but I'll figure it out." That's strength, not weakness. Owning your limits with a steady eye. Toss her a real compliment. "You've got a fire in you." Not some cheesy line. She'll feel it's legit. This confidence isn't just for show. It's your roots. It's picking her up when she's down. Not because you're Superman, but because you've been there. Life's taught you balance. Firm when it counts, soft when it's right. She doesn't need a know-it-all. She needs a guy who faces the unknown and doesn't blink. You're not chasing her youth. You're offering something they can't. A backbone forged by time. So, drop the bravado, fellas. Stand like a man who's weathered the seasons. She'll see a rock, not a showboat. Secret 4. Stability. This isn't just a fat wallet or a fancy crib. It's deeper, like the roots of a mountain holding steady. Younger women don't need a sugar daddy. They want a rock. A man who's got his shit together, knows where he's headed, and doesn't wobble when life throws a curveball. Stoic as hell. You're the lighthouse in their choppy seas, not some boat rocking with every wave. Think about it. She's juggling a world that's nuts. Jobs, dreams, chaos. You roll in calm and clear, like you've seen this rodeo before. Maybe it's picking her up after a crap day, saying, "I've got your back. Let's figure this out." Not with cash, but with grit, showing you're a safe harbor. You've got goals, not just ghosts of old wins. She sees a man building something, not coasting on fumes. Here's the gist of it. Stability isn't loud, it's in the quiet stuff. You keep your word, say you'll call, you call. No flip-flopping or chasing the next shiny thing. She's tired of flakes who bail when it's tough. You're the guy who stays put, cool as a cucumber. Maybe you've weathered layoffs, heartbreak, the works. That's your badge, not a sob story. She'll lean in, knowing you won't bolt at the first storm. This is your stoic edge, fellas. It's not about being perfect. It's about being dependable. Life's a damn mess sometimes, and she's watching. Can you stand tall when the ground shakes? You don't need to flex muscles or millions. Just show her you're a man with a compass, pointed true north through the bullshit. Be that anchor, and she'll anchor right back. Secret 5, fellas. Creating meaningful moments. This isn't about splashing cash on glitzy dates or big toys. Younger women crave something real, time that sticks in their bones. Not endless Netflix marathons or same old bar nights. They want a spark, a memory that hits deep. Stoic style. You craft calm in the chaos, turning the everyday into gold without breaking a sweat. Picture this. You're out walking, the sun's dipping low, the air's crisp. Instead of scrolling your phone, you stop. Look at that sky. It reminds me of something you said last week. It's small, but she feels it. You're in the moment, not drifting. Or maybe you grab coffee, sit on a curb and ask, what's one thing you'd do if fear wasn't a thing? That's not cash. That's connection, raw and alive. Here's the deal. They're drowning in shallow noise, texts, TikToks, bullshit. You cut through with something solid. A night under the stars, talking life, no rush, no script. It's not the price tag, it's the weight of your focus. Maybe you remember she digs old vinyl. Spin a record, share a story from your wild days. She'll carry that longer than a fancy steak dinner. You're not buying her, you're building with her. This is stoic magic, guys. You don't need fireworks, just your damn attention. Life's a blur for her, and you slow it down. Make her feel like she's not just another face. It's the effort, the I see you vibe that lingers. You've got years behind you. Use them to weave something real, not chase cheap thrills. Be the man who turns a Tuesday into a tale. She'll hold that close when the world spins too fast. Secret 6. Financial stability. This isn't about flashing a Rolex or rolling in a Benz. It's about having your money game locked down, steady as a rock. Younger women don't need a billionaire, just a man who's not drowning. A guy who's got a grip on his cash, plans ahead, and doesn't piss it away on dumb shit. Stoic vibes. You're the captain of your ship, not some deckhand scrambling when the leaks spring. Here's the play. She's dreaming big, maybe a house, a trip, a life. You don't have to bankroll it all, but you show you're solid. I've got my bases covered. We can build from here. It's not flexing stacks. It's the peace of mind you bring. Maybe you've dodged debt traps or bounced back from being broke. That's your war story, proof you've got discipline. She sees a partner, not a paycheck, and that's the win. Now, don't sleep on this. It's not the zeros in your account, it's how you wield them. Pay the bills, sure, but toss in a coffee run she didn't expect. Hey, I got this. Let's enjoy it. No lavish waste, just smart moves. Like saving for a rainy day instead of blowing it on hype. She's tired of boys who splurge then crash. You're the man who's still standing when the dust settles. This is stoic strength, guys. Money's a tool. You master it, not the other way around. Life's unpredictable, and she's watching. Can you keep the lights on when the storm hits? You don't need to be rich, just reliable. Show her you've got a plan, not a prayer, and she'll trust you're in it for the long haul. Be that bedrock, fellas. She'll build dreams with you. Secret 7. Experience in intimacy. This isn't about racking up wins or flexing some playbook. It's knowing how to tie souls together, not just bodies. Younger women don't want a frantic kid racing to the end. They're after a man who's been there, who moves with purpose. Stoic to the core. You're the steady flame, not a spark that fizzles. You've got mileage. Use it to make her feel alive, not used. Imagine this. You're alone, lights low, world shut out. You don't charge in like it's a damn mission. You ease in, catch her vibe and her quiet signals. How does this feel to you? You say, soft but sure. It's not about fancy moves, it's the weight of your focus. You've screwed up before, learned the hard way. Now you know slow beats sloppy every damn time. She feels you're there, not somewhere else in your head. Here's the real shit. Intimacy's a bridge. Trust holds it up. She's done with clowns who take and don't give. You're the guy who listens to her rhythm, not just his own. Maybe you crack a grin. I botched this once. Better now. That's your edge. Owning the past, not posing as a stud. You don't rush her into anything. You build a space where she can breathe and unfold. She's not a conquest. She's your equal in the moment. This is stoic gold, guys. You've weathered enough to ditch the ego trips. Life's taught you patience, how to read the air. Turn that into a bond that sticks, not a fleeting buzz. She wants a man who respects her pace, who crafts something rare instead of routine. You're not chasing thrills, you're carving depth. Be the rock that holds steady, and she'll see a haven, not a hustle. We've cracked the code. 7 secrets in the bag. Authenticity, emotional grit, quiet confidence, rock-solid stability, moments that stick, money smarts, and intimacy with soul. That's your stoic playbook. No shortcuts, no chasing shadows. It's about being a man carved by life, steady as hell. Younger women don't just notice, they anchor to that strength. Here's the real talk. This upgrades you, not just for them, but for your own damn life. Live these, and you're unbreakable. A stoic king who thrives when the heat's on. You've got the wear and tear, turn it into gold. She's not looking for flash, she wants depth, and you've got it in spades. Now, keep the fire burning. Check out the next video in my playlist. It's packed with more stoic wisdom to level you up, right there waiting. Smash that like button if this rang true, subscribe to join the crew, and drop a comment below. What's your take on living real with the ladies? Let's keep this rolling, guys. Stay tough, stay true, and build something badass together. Picture this. You're out there, pouring your heart into a relationship, doing everything you can to make it work. You're the guy showing up, putting in the time, the effort, hell, maybe even the cash. And what do you get back? Barely a nod, maybe a half-hearted thanks if you're lucky. Sound familiar? I bet it does. Most of us have been there, chasing someone who doesn't see us, hoping they'll wake up one day and realize what they've got. It's like watering a plant that's already dead, but you keep at it, thinking it'll bloom. Here's the cold, hard truth, my friend. A woman who truly values you doesn't make you guess. She doesn't leave you dangling, wondering if you're enough. Her actions, those little, everyday choices, will scream louder than any words ever could. But what if she doesn't value you? That's a different story. She won't shove you out the door. Nah, that's too easy. Instead, she'll keep you close enough to feel useful, but never close enough to feel wanted. And us guys, we're champs at fooling ourselves, aren't we? We tell ourselves, if I just hang in there, she'll see me. She'll change. We double down, try harder, and give more, like it's some test we can ace if we grit our teeth long enough. But let me hit you with a stoic truth. You can't control her. You can't make her value you. What can you control? How you respond. See, the Stoics, those old-school wise guys, taught us something simple. Focus on what's in your hands, not what's slipping through your fingers. Her respect, that's on her. Your dignity, that's on you. Too many of us get stuck, man. We cling to this idea of what could be, ignoring what is. The reality staring us down like a brick wall. We waste months, years even, on someone who treats us like a spare tire. And the kicker, she's not even hiding it. A woman who doesn't value you shows it every day. In the way she brushes you off, takes without giving, or saves her best for someone else. You're not blind, you just don't want to see it. But here's where it gets good. You don't have to stay in that mess. You're not a doormat, not a backup plan, not some guy begging for scraps. You're a man with a spine, and it's time to stand up straight. This video's going to lay it out. 4 dead-on signs she doesn't value you, straight from the real world, no sugarcoating. We're talking behaviors you've probably seen, but never clocked till now. Why bother? Because you deserve better than chasing shadows. The Stoics would say, don't waste your energy on what doesn't serve your peace. Walk away from what dims your fire. Simple as that. So stick with me. We're diving into the messy stuff, how she acts, what it means, and why you've got to stop letting it slide. By the end, you'll know exactly when to cut the cord and take your power back. Stick around till the end of this video, guys. I've got one more big sign about her you won't want to miss. Trust me, it's worth it. Oh, and if you're vibing with this, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and drop a comment. I'm all ears. She should be all about you, right? Let's roll. 1. She uses you but respects another man. Imagine this, fellas. You're the guy she calls when her car breaks down on a rainy night. You drop everything, grab your keys, and haul across town to get her home safe. Next week, she's crying about her boss, so you listen, hours on the phone, being her rock. But then you see it. Friday rolls around, and she's all dolled up, laughing at some other dude's jokes, giving him that warm smile you've never gotten, not once. She's got time for him, respect in her eyes, while you're just the fix-it guy on speed dial. Here's the deal. A woman who values you doesn't treat you like a toolbox she pulls out when she's in a jam. She doesn't save her best for someone else while you're stuck patching her life together. Her choices, who she leans on, who she admires, lay it all bare, plain as day. Let's break it down with a story. Picture Mike, a solid guy, is always there for his buddy Sarah. Her tires flat? Mike's there with a jack. Rent's late. He's slipping her a few bucks, no questions asked. She calls him my hero, and he buys it, thinks he's building something real. Then, one night, he spots her at a bar. She's glowing, hanging on every word from some slick guy in a leather jacket. Mike's name doesn't even come up. She's too busy shining for someone who didn't lift a finger for her. The next day, her sink's busted. Guess who's back on the phone? Mike's her go-to, but not her prize. Now, why does she do this? It's not just cold calculation. Sometimes it's instinct. She leans on you because you're steady and reliable, like an old truck that never quits. But that other guy, he's the wild card, the one who stirs something in her, and that's who gets her respect. The Stoics would nod at this. They'd say, look at what you can control, not her heart. You can't force her to see your worth. She either does or she doesn't. What's in your hands? How do you let her treat you? That's where your power lies. Too many of us fall into Mike's trap. We think, she needs me, so I matter. But needing your help and valuing your soul, two different planets, my friend. She might lean on you till the cows come home, but if she's not lifting you up too, it's a one-way street. And here's the kicker, she's not hiding it. When she's texting you for a favor at 2 a.m. and then posting pics with him at brunch, that's not confusion, that's clarity. She knows you'll give, so she takes. She knows he won't, so she chases. So what do? The Stoics would keep it simple. Don't waste your energy on what doesn't serve you. If she's using you like a doormat while rolling out the red carpet for someone else, you don't argue, you don't beg, you walk. Stop being her safety net, her ATM, her late-night shrink. You're not here to prop up her life while she builds one with him. A woman who values you doesn't just take, she gives, because she sees you, not what you can do. Next time she calls with a crisis, ask yourself, would she do this for me? If the answer's no, and you know it, let that phone ring. Your time, your heart, your strength. Those are yours to guard, not hers to borrow. This is your wake-up call, man. You're not her servant. You're a man worth respecting. Step back, let her figure it out, and save your fire for someone who'll match it. Hey, if this hit home for you, smash that like button. It keeps the good stuff coming. Subscribe if you're ready to level up your game, and drop a comment below. What's one way you've taken your power back lately? Let's build each other up. I'm reading every word. 2. She pretends to like you, but never chooses you. A flirty, hey you here, a heart emoji there, enough to make you think there's something brewing. But when you ask her out, it's always, oh, I'm swamped, or maybe next time. Then you hear it through the grapevine. She's out with some other guy, same week, no hesitation. Dressed up, laughing, all in, while you're still staring at your phone, waiting for next time to come. That sting, that's her keeping you on a leash, never letting you off, never letting you in. Here's the raw truth. A woman who values you doesn't dangle you like a fish on a line. She doesn't play sweet just to keep you spinning in circles. If she's into you, she jumps. She doesn't leave you guessing till you're dizzy. Let's paint a picture. Meet Jake, a stand-up guy who's been chatting up Lisa for months. She's all smiles in their texts, tells him he's special, drops hints about someday. He buys it and plans a date, but she's got excuses stacked like a deck of cards, work, friends, you name it. Then Saturday hits. Jake's buddy spots Lisa at the movies, arm in arm with a guy who barely tries. She's giggling, leaning in, while Jake's at home refreshing her last "I'm busy" message. Monday rolls around and she's back, texting him like nothing's up, asking how his weekend was. Why does she do this? It's not just games, it's deeper. She's got a hunger for control, a need to feel wanted. You're her safety net, the guy she knows won't bolt, the one who'll wait while she hunts for her real prize. She craves the thrill of chasing someone who doesn't care, someone she can't lock down. And you're too safe, too steady. She feeds off your patience, knowing you'll stick around, hoping for a scrap of what she's tossing elsewhere. That's the knife twist. She's not confused. She's choosing, and it's not you. The Stoics saw this clear as day. They'd say, her heart's a storm you can't tame. Let it rage. You can't make her want you. That's her chaos to wrestle. What's yours? Your choice to stand tall or keep crawling after her shadow. Feel that ache? That's her stringing you along, month after month, draining your fire. You're not her, maybe someday. You're her, never quite enough. She's betting on your hope, banking on your loyalty, while she's auditioning for someone else's stage. And she's not subtle. Those half-baked replies, those dodged plans, they're screaming it. You're the guy she keeps warm on the back burner, not the one she's cooking for. Every "I'm not ready" is a spotlight on her truth. She's ready, just not for you. So what's the move? The Stoics cut through the noise. Don't chase what doesn't run toward you. If she's got one foot out the door, holding you with a pinky while she reaches for him, don't beg for her grip. Drop the rope. Walk away. You're not here to be her placeholder, her ego boost, her rainy day pal. A woman who values you doesn't tease you with maybe. She locks you in with yes. Next time she texts you a crumb, ask, "Is this worth my soul?" If it's no, let it fade. This is your line in the sand, man. You're not a puppet, you're a king worth claiming. Step out of her orbit, reclaim your ground, and save your strength for what's real. Hey, if this lit a spark, hit that like button. Let's keep the fire going. Subscribe if you're done settling, and drop a comment. What's one time you walked away and felt unstoppable? Let's lift each other up. I'm all in for your stories. 3. She tests you to see how weak you are. She cancels your dinner plans last minute. No, sorry, just a shrug. You brush it off, saying, "No big deal," hoping she'll see your cool side. Next time, she leaves your texts hanging for days, and then you jump when she finally replies. Here's where it stings. She's not just busy, she's watching. She flakes again, this time in front of friends. Maybe cracks a jab at you, and you laugh it off like it's nothing. That's not a slip, it's a shove, testing how far she can push before you push back. The truth is, a woman who values you doesn't toy with your spine. She might test you. Sure, that's human. But it's to see your strength, not to measure how much you'll bend. Her moves tell the story. Is she building with you or breaking you down? Let's paint it real. Picture Tom, a good dude, has been seeing Kelly for a while. She bails on their hike, says she's tired, but he catches her Instagram story, out with pals, all smiles. He lets it slide, texting her later, "Hope you're good." She doesn't reply till Tuesday, and he's right back at it. Then it ramps up. At a party, she mocks his old truck, loud, with everyone laughing. Tom grins and plays it off, thinking he's keeping the peace. But Kelly's not testing his grit. She's digging for his breaking point, seeing how low he'll bow. Here's the difference. A healthy test. She might nudge you to stand taller, like asking your opinion, watching if you hold your ground. That's respect, a spark to sharpen you both. But this is malice. She's not lifting you up, she's stacking weight till you crack, hunting for proof you'll take anything she dishes out. Why? She's wired for it, partly. The Stoics would say it's nature. People probe what's solid. But her motive flips the script. If she values you, she tests to trust you. If she doesn't, she's carving out how much disrespect she can smuggle past your gate. And that's the gut punch. Every time you let it slide, every "it's fine," every forced chuckle, she learns you're a sponge, soaking up her spills. You're not her rock anymore. You're her rug, and she's wiping her feet clean. The Stoics cut deep here. You can't steer her soul, only your own. Her pushing? That's her storm. Are you bending? That's your choice. You don't control her barbs, but you damn sure control whether you stand or fold. Feel that weight. That's her piling on, testing if you'll snap or slink away. She's not building a bond. She's chiseling at your core, betting you won't flinch. Every ignored text, every jab you swallow, it's a brick on your back, until you're crushed or you drop it. So what's your play? The Stoics keep it clean. Don't wrestle with what doesn't honor you. If she's poking to see you bleed, not to see you rise, step out of the ring. You don't explain, you don't plead. You walk, head high, boots firm. You're not her punching bag, her doormat, or her yes man. A woman who values you tests to forge something real, not to grind you down. Next time she prods, cancels, mocks, ignores, pause and ask, is this sharpening me or shaving me thin? This is your stand, man. You're not here to crumble. You're built to rise. Let her push the wind if she wants. Your roots don't sway for that. Save your steel for someone who meets your strength, not mines it. Hey, if this struck a chord, smash that like button. Let's keep the steel sharp. Subscribe if you're claiming your ground, and drop a comment. What's one time you stood tall and owned your worth? Let's stack strength together. I'm reading every line. 4. She keeps you around while chasing someone else. You're her late-night call when she's down, spilling her worries over a glass of wine. You're there, steady, thinking you're her anchor, until you spot her the next day, radiant, chasing a guy across the bar with eyes that never land on you like that. She doesn't cut you loose. She keeps you tethered, a quiet harbor for her storms. But her heart's sailing elsewhere, hunting a spark that isn't yours. That's the burn. You're her dock, not her destination. A woman who values you doesn't split her compass. She points it true, toward you, not some fleeting flame she's racing to catch. If she's docking with you, but rowing for him, she's already charted her course, and you're not it. Take Ray, a solid man, always on deck for Jess. She vents about her ex, leans on him for advice, and he's there. Late texts, coffee runs, the works. He figures he's her rock, building something steady. Then Friday hits. He sees her at the pier, hair tossed by the wind, laughing with a guy in a sharp coat. She's alive, electric, nothing like the weary voice he gets at midnight. This isn't just using you like in part 1. That was her taking your tools. It's not the string along of part 2, teasing someday, nor the testing shove from part 3, probing your spine. This is her planting you in the shallows while she dives for deeper waters, her choice laid bare. Why? She's torn by desire. She craves the chase, the wild wind of someone untamed. You're her calm shore, safe but still. She hoards your warmth, fearing the cold if he slips away. That's the twist. She's not lost. She's hedging her bets, and you're the fallback she won't name. The Stoics would stare this down. Her path's her own, you steer yours. You can't reel her back from that horizon. What's yours? The helm of your ship, sail or sink. Her chase isn't your chain. Cut the anchor. Feel that hollow? That's her mooring you in place while her sails catch his breeze. You're not her captain. You're her buoy, bobbing while she rides another wave. Every call she makes to you is a knot tighter until you're tangled, not treasured. So what's the play? The Stoics say, don't moor where the tide pulls away. If she's anchored you while chasing him, don't wait for her wake. Cast off. You're not her shadow, her safety raft, her second shore. Step off the dock. A woman who values you sails beside you, not past you. Next time she leans in, ask, "Am I her voyage or her harbor?" If it's the latter, turn the helm. You're a man of the sea, not a post she ties to. Sail for open water. Hey, if this stirred your sails, hit that like button. Let's keep the winds strong. Subscribe if you're steering your course and drop a comment. When did you cut an anchor and feel the freedom? Let's ride the tide together. I'm catching every wave. All right, guys, here's your bonus gift. Something extra to chew on. 5. She only wants you when she's losing. Imagine this. She's a ghost when life's golden. You text and call. She's too busy, brushing you off like dust on her sleeve. Then, boom, her world cracks. The guy she chased dumps her, and suddenly you're her lifeline again. She's all tears, late night pleas. I miss you. Words she never spared when the sun was up. But when the clouds clear, she's gone again, chasing the next shiny thing. That's the gift's reveal. She only runs to you when her deck's empty. You're her ace in a pinch. A woman who values you doesn't save you for the fallout. She's there in the light, not just clawing for your hand when the dark hits. This isn't a slip. It's her compass flipping back when the needle's lost. Take Chris, a steady guy, always in Amy's orbit. She's hot and cold. Weeks of silence when she's on top, partying with the crowd. No time for his, "Hey, how's it going?" Then her big fling crashes. She's dumped, humiliated, sobbing on his couch till 3 a.m., swearing he's the one. Chris bites, lends his shoulder, his ears, thinking she's finally seen him. 2 weeks later, she's back out, glowing with a new guy, while Chris scrolls her posts, wondering why his phone's dry again. This isn't about testing your steel like part 3 or docking you like part 4. It's her diving for your raft when her ship sinks, then swimming away once the shore's in sight. She's not torn, she's surviving, and you're her lifeboat till the storm passes. The Stoics would lean in. Her waves don't rule your tide, hold your shore. You can't stop her sinking spells. What's yours? The choice to toss the rope or row on. She's not your burden. Her chaos isn't your chain. Feel that jolt. That's her crashing in only when she's capsized, leaving you adrift when she's afloat. You're not her lighthouse. You're her flare gun, fired when she's lost, shelved when she's found. Every "I need you" is a hook, until she's hooked elsewhere. So here's your gift of wisdom, straight from the Stoics. Don't anchor where the wreck drifts. If she only wants you when she's drowning, don't be her buoy. Cut the line. You're not her savior, her rebound, or her storm shelter. Stand firm. A woman who values you shines for you steady, not just when her sky falls. Next time she washes up, ask, "Am I her rock or her raft?" If it's the raft, let her float. You're a man of iron, not a patch for her leaks. Forge your own path. Hey, if this bonus lit you up, smash that like button. Let's keep the gifts flowing. Subscribe if you're holding your tide, and drop a comment. When do you dodge a wreck and find your steel? Let's forge ahead together. I'm here for every spark. Here's the bedrock truth, fellas. It all boils down to this. A woman either honors your worth or she doesn't. No gray, no haze, just the raw cut of her actions. If she uses you, strings you along, tests your breaking point, or keeps you as a shadow while chasing another flame, she's carved her answer in stone. You're not her anchor, you're her afterthought. Why does this keep happening? The Stoics would point the mirror back. It's not just her, it's you. Every time you swallow her slights, nod at her excuses, or wait for her crumbs, you teach her your worth bends. She doesn't shift because she doesn't have to. Your silence hands her the chisel. But here's the deeper cut. This isn't her burden to lift. Your soul's weight rests in your grip, not hers. Imagine a man, years deep, chasing a flicker that never warms him. He gives time, heart, steel, while she takes, drifts, and returns only when her fires dim. One day, he stops, not out of spite, but clarity. He sees she's a wind he can't hold, and he's a forge that doesn't need her breath to burn. That's the Stoic turn. You don't control her gales, you stoke your own flame. So here's your stand. Respect yourself first, or no one will. Walk away, not to wound her, but to wield your core. The moment you stop clutching at shadows, you'll feel the ground shift. Not because she changes, but because you do. A life forged in self-worth doesn't beg for her nod. It glows on its own terms. The Stoics knew it. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. Don't waste them on her storms. You're built for more. A man who honors his own iron draws the same in return. Step into that truth and watch the world bend toward your fire. Hey, if this forged a spark in you, hit that like button. Let's keep the heat alive. Subscribe if you're ready to stoke your flame and drop a comment. What weight did you drop to stand taller in your truth? Stick around. We'll forge more in the next video. See you there, brothers.